Open pit mining company Afrimat manufactures cast concrete products such as kerbsides and sells Readymix concrete. It has a market cap of 1.2 billion rand, a price to earnings ratio of 12.5 and a dividend yield of 2.4%. And this share is going in the right direction. Particularly of late, we've got a good strong spike towards the latter end of this graph. Paul.
Now, the history here, two cement products companies established, one in the Cape and one in KwaZulu-Natal, one called Prima and the other one called Lancaster. Then there's a guy called Andries van Heerden who's 46, good age, very sensible. Did I mention I'm also 46?
I knew that was coming. As soon as you said 46 is a good age.
Wait, stay with me here. So he decides he's going to make something out of these two. So he works for the one, then he works for the other. Then he convinces them in back, I don't know, 2008 or 7 or something, let's go and list on the stock exchange, creates a new corporate identity, Afrimat, gets an empowerment partner in. So that's where Afrimat comes from. He's very good and he's done lots of acquisitions since then, a few bolt-ons, something called the Clinker Group, some deposit down near Vereniging called Glen Douglas where they make stuff that they sell to ArcelorMittal. So he's a real mover and shaker and he's developed quite a nice following in the institutional market, and he's beginning, I think, to kind of be taken quite seriously as a rising star in the industry.
Well, obviously being reflected in the share price as well, if that's got anything to do with it. Andries van Heerden, does he stand out as a manager for you?
I think he's very capable indeed. The trouble is that, or let's say a withholding factor, is that they have a reputation of growing by acquisition. Can he grow the business itself? That remains to be seen. He just hasn't had a long history yet, but it was interesting to see that the company was only formed about 6-7 years ago, but they claim to have had 45 years experience. So I'm not quite sure how that adds
I think
up.
that's
I know exactly how to. No,
counting it from the beginning.
It's the experience of the management team all added together.
Perhaps
that's sometimes how they do
Prima
it.
was established in 1960, so the two parts of the business, I think, is what they're saying. They're adding those two together. Yeah.
All right, so Afrimat, you are concerned about the acquisitive growth. You want to see organic traction.
Exactly, yes, and that I don't think has been proved yet.
Paul, what do you make of that point?
Look, I mean, some of the other people that came to the market at the same time did very badly. You'll remember WG Wern, Readymix producer, did very badly. A couple of the mining and construction groups went and bought their way into the aggregates environment. Did very badly there as well. So just having a quarry used to be, cause for great excitement back in 06, 07, because the idea was you could sell the stuff to almost anyone and it was going to really go well. So notwithstanding that, the fact that they had a bit of a slump there in 08, 09, I don't hold against them. The fact that they've built it up, I think is fine. I think Ian's point is valid, because it's easy to buy earnings on a 5 PE. If your share price is trading on a 10 PE, you look good.
And you look like exactly, more than you look good. You look like a rock star.
I think overall their timing is good, and the fact that they're delivering good earnings growth counts for a lot. And, people like smaller companies, provided they are showing some momentum.
So, Ian, any further points on Afrimat?
No, I don't think there's anything more to say. I'm always nervous about buying at the peak in the run that we've had over the last year, but and with the management withholding factors that I've had, I would be cautious of it.
Paul, you're never shy of buying at a peak, are you? Are you diving in boots and all? Yeah.
No, I like Andries' way about him, and I think he's delivered some solid, organizational growth. The team looks good. They present well at these little conferences that people have, that attract the smaller and medium-sized companies. So I'm saying I think it's a good one and it's a hot one.
Well, I'm coming to that. Hot or not, don't jump the gun. I've got to constantly remind you and keep you in check. Hot. Yeah, hot or not.
Keeping you in check must be difficult.
It is so difficult. I'm glad you're standing in the middle. Hot or not.
I can't defend you. Not hot.
Not hot.